We're live. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have Leah. Hey, Leah.
Hello, everyone.
Where did that come from?
I don't know. It's been a crazy morning and I may strangle someone, so I'm trying to be super positive now.
So Tamara wants to know, where's the lizard?
I fed it to the fungus troll that was bothering me this morning.
The fungus troll? I think that's hilarious that that's the first question in the comment box.
Where's the lizard?
Yes. Let's hope
right here.
Jump on
right here. It grew up to be a dragon.
There you go. The other day I thought I heard something near my desk, so it's kind of funny, but not really, because if something
no, Leah, don't summon them.
Let's not speak this one into existence.
We shall not speak its name.
Super fun. So it's always fun having you here. And I think it's great for the new year. Some people might be working on their finances and maybe looking for a new income, a new way to earn a little bit extra money. So I think this is great. And you want to tell them a little bit about yourself and why we're here today?
Well, I am Leah Sparrow of teacherleah.com, and I call myself an online teacher consultant, which is a little bit different than an online teacher coach, because when they hear coach, they immediately think referral coach, which I'm that, but I also help teachers build their online teaching business in any way that they would like to take, mostly online freelance teaching. But because I'm talking about Qkids today, is because I believe that these online companies are a great way to get started if you're, brand new or you need some money while you're trying to build a freelance platform. So these companies have gone through a lot of changes over the years, and Qkids is the one that launched me into the success that I've had with these online companies for different reasons. And we've already had some people question the pay and things like that. So we will be getting into the pay and, of course, Qkids requirements. Qkids is hiring. I'll just go ahead and say that now before anybody says, I thought they were in a freeze. No, I have referrals that have successfully gone through the hiring process, yay, or are in the trial stage. So I do put you through a series of trials, and you're paid for that. Regardless of whether you pass those trials or not, you are paid for the trial period.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that.
You get some money just for going through the hiring process.
Nice. So welcome, Jason, Lisa, and Stephanie. Thanks for coming. If anybody just saw me jump, my puppy decided he was going to come in here and knock stuff over. So
you have got to train them. See, mine are told that if they bother me, they will not get a treat.
But usually he just comes and lays down. He came and sniffed around and then left me. Knocked stuff over.
He bothers you every time you're talking to me. He wants to see Mia.
He wants to meet Mia. That's what it is. So if you're just joining us today, we're going to talk about Qkids. So we'd love it if you had questions, please put them in the chat. And we'll get to them. Leah has already told us they are no longer in a hiring freeze. Were they? They were for a little bit.
They were for a while. And the reason being was because they are, I stopped working for them about 2 years ago and then came back this year.
Okay.
And they have really added a lot to their platform. And then this year, the reason why they were in the hiring freeze is because they have updated their platform, and it's a lot easier to use. It's laid out a lot better. It's much pretty, updated. Every time they update, it looks pretty and fancy. They still have the same tools. So, but they've just revamped them so that you can see everything a little better on the platform in order to use it.
Great. So she's a freelance teacher and helps other teachers get started. And Qkids, VIPKid, did I get them all?
Outschool.
And Outschool. Okay, great. Let's see. What was your why for starting at Qkids?
My why? Well, excuse me. I started with VIPKid back in December of 2017.
Okay.
And as we all know, VIPKid took forever for me to get bookings. forever. Not as long as some people, though, because some people go, oh my gosh, I wish. 60 days. I mean, it's kind of funky that it was exactly 60 days, but it was exactly 60 days before I got a booking, and I was trials only. So I had to get so many trials before I could get certified in another. So I was very limited with VIPKid, plus, the no-shows that happen with trials. So then you get half pay. It's like, yay. My first check was $14 with VIPKid.
Oh, wow.
I had $40,000 in debt I needed to pay. And I was like, this is going to go slowly. So,
yeah.
So I found out about Qkids, and the thing that appealed to me was that they schedule you. So you don't have to wait on bookings. They schedule you. Now, that being said, they may not schedule you as much as you want. And that happened to me when I first started out. So I sent them a message. I said, I really do want to work every single slot that I told you that I'm available.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, really? Are you sure? Because that's a lot of slots. We don't want to wear you out. I mean, they're really nice. They're very kind and positive people. They said, we don't, that's really a lot. We don't want to, make you tired. And I said, no, please throw them at me. And they did. So I made $1,500 my first month with them.
Wow. Very good.
So yeah, and since then they have changed how they do their schedules. So I'm seeing teachers making upwards to $2,500 to $3,000 a month with them, because now they've opened up their schedule to more available slots, especially during the holiday seasons.
Right.
So you can, how teachers do this during the summer with VIPKid, because VIPKid will, you have a chance to book more during the summer because the kids aren't in school. So they do the same thing. So now you have a chance to make some extra dough during those seasons. They also do it during Chinese New Year. Right. All those times they open up their bookings. So you have a chance to make more money. And, every teacher is paid $8 per 30-minute session plus $2 incentive. And the way to get those $2 incentive is be a good teacher.
Okay.
Be a good teacher. Seriously. And so that $1 is pretty easy to do if you're a good teacher.
Right.
And they're not really super picky. They just want you to engage the children and have fun. They're looking for fun teachers. And they focus on, some teachers ask me, should I bring props? Should I do this? What they focus on is, do you have a good background? I mean, it doesn't have to be this fancy. I had literally just a poster behind me when I started, just like a poster of the alphabet. That was it. Smack, there it is. And good lighting, of course, and a strong internet connection. But their biggest thing is using TPR, using your hands and their platform to teach. So that's all you need is your hands. That's the only extra thing you need with Qkids is your hands. But Qkids helped me hone TPR skills. Okay. And that's what helped me with VIPKid.
Oh, good. Yeah. Good
now,
point.
the second dollar is if you work over 15 classes and up per week.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's doable. And with the way that we have seen the tides change with some of these companies, and VIPKid is starting people at a lower base rate, and then they changed how they're going to give you an incentive, leading to some confusion. And as a new teacher, you're not going to feel it like somebody like me or Casey, who's been there and we've enjoyed the raises and that sort of thing.
Actually, my first raise was the only raise because I got in right at that point while they were changing things.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I've
never had a raise until. What's that?
I got a raise every year that I've been with them, except this year.
Right.
Because I had to cancel. Yeah.
Yeah. So, hey, Teacher Kelly, thanks for coming before yoga. Leah's been doing yoga with me on Tuesday mornings.
And it is entertaining.
She said she's here for a few minutes and she'll watch later.
Okay.
Yeah, I always miss her lives and have to watch later too because of yoga.
I don't like it when people do lives and it's like you can't see it later.
And then what?
You can't see it later. Like you can only watch it when it's live. That's it. I've seen people that I'm like on YouTube and I'm like, that's not fair.
I'm confused. What?
Have you not heard of that? Okay, so some people, I've seen certain people that I follow on YouTube, mostly those that teach how to do YouTube. They'll do a live, and then you can't watch it later because they will only make it available during the live.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah. I guess
Oh.
that creates more, well, got to be there because you can't see it later kind of thing.
Yeah,
So
like
if you really want to watch
emergency
it, you got to go now. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Nah, too much work. You can watch mine anytime.
I'll let you see my lives later.
So anybody in the chat, do you work for Qkids or VIPKid, or do you have another company you work for? Let us know. And make sure if you have questions, you put them down in the chat too. I do have some questions for her. I told her I wasn't getting any ready, but so what is the hiring process like?
It's actually very, very easy. I mean, when you go in, you're going to do the basic, application. You're going to fill out your information. And of course, they want the same thing the rest of the companies that are, Chinese based, bachelor's degree. They're really big sticklers on the bachelor's degree. Used to be, if you were working towards your bachelor's degree, Qkids would hire you. And it may still be that way. But from what I've seen, no. I mean, I think they've got an FAQ. And it says need a bachelor's degree. It doesn't have any kind of stipulation next to it. You have to live in the US or Canada. That's a little bit different from like VIPKid and Qkids. They have said that their servers, that's just how their servers work. And quite honestly, when I thought about it, because other people are like, I don't understand why they would do that. They have less IT issues as a company. I mean, the children have IT issues, but the company rarely has that app ever just failed on me. Rarely. Right. I mean, I can't really, I'm thinking now and I'm like, can't knock on some wood when the app's going, I'm not going to work today, Right. So that could be because they've got the servers set up for a specific location. And so therefore Chinese government has cleared it as secure. It could be something like that. I know that the Chinese government does mess with the internet. Right. It throttles it. And they're very particular about what comes in and out of that country. So that being said, the other one is, of course, the certificate. Now, if you don't have the TEFL or the TESOL certificate, Qkids does supply you with one, or you can get one through me. The link is in the description below under all my resources. I have one link that has all my resources on it. So you'll see everything that I could possibly give you in that link. I hope I remembered to link that. I'll have to check and make sure. If her link tree is not there, I'll put it up after this. Right. And then there's, of course, the whole, experience with children situation, which it doesn't have to be teacher. It can be, babysitting, mentorship, coaching, mom, any experience with children. So you want to kind of play that up, and then they'll have you do a video. And they kind of tell you can do, anything, talk about yourself, tell a joke. What they're looking for is the accent and your ability to speak and use your hands. So that's what they're looking for. So I read Where the Wild Things Are and used my hands as I was reading Where the Wild Things Are. And they were like, okay, let's go on to the next phase. So I've told my referrals this, and 100% of them go on to the next phase. Now the demo is where they usually get tripped up. And I created a video resource library that answers all these questions about the platform, because the biggest complaint I've seen is the technology involved with the platform. Okay. So yeah, I've done a video research library that the videos are no more than 3 minutes long. Great. And she has a Facebook group, so you can ask questions and jump in her Facebook group also. And that link is below as well. Let's see. Candy said, anyone teaching a lot of grammar supplements on VIPKid now? She's had 8 this week. Maybe they're running a special. I did have 2 vocabulary ones jump in for short notice when my other ones canceled, but those were the only ones I opened. So I was wondering the same thing, because normally I just get short notice trials, but I've gotten 2 supplemental classes. Yeah, the supplementals are real popular on VIPKid right now because of Chinese New Year, and they're taking tests. Okay. So you're going to get those supplementals kicking in because of the tests. Yeah. What level are most of the Qkids like? Like level 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. They have like older?
or younger students?
Well, theirs is just like VIPKid. You could get anybody, but they try to group them. You have up to 4 children in there, and they try to group them with the same age.
Okay.
But you could get, you could get a bunch of 7-year-olds in the, level 1.
Right.
And it's like level 1, and it could be lesson 40. So it's not exactly like VIPKid, but level 1 is your basic beginner, but it's similar to VIPKid in what they're teaching.
Okay.
It's the same thing, I run, you walk, jumping, all of that. And then as they move up, they start getting into more, reading and speaking in full sentences and that sort of thing. I mean, there's just a ton of lessons in each level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jason said, if they do lives only without uploading it later, I usually just don't bother with them and unsubscribe. I get bored easily. I hear you, Jason. And
yeah, I kind of just went, okay, not watching you.
Candy, yeah, I think the same thing with Starlights. I think there's an LP that's like, hey, let's give her some Starlights.
I have yet to have that class.
Really? Lisa said she hasn't had any supplementals either. And Stephanie said she hasn't had any. Let's see. The accent part will get me. Jason, I think you'll be fine. He's got a Southern accent, but
you do, Jason, because so do I. I'm from North Carolina.
South Carolina, I think.
Well, I grew up in Florida. I was born in Florida, and then I moved to Tennessee. Well, then I moved to Georgia, and then I moved to Tennessee. And now I'm in North Carolina. So I have like this really super, I get into hick mode, especially when I'm getting silly or mad.
Yeah.
The hick comes out real quick. And I'm sure you can hear it now, but when I'm teaching, I'm not near as thick, but you can talk slower and be more precise. So they don't care about
it
that.
Too.
They don't care about
He's
that.
Like has a PhD or something. He's fine.
Yeah, I know. And do you really want to work for Qkids if you have a PhD?
I think he enjoys it.
Does he?
Or he works for college or something. I don't know. Jason's always got something going on.
Yeah, he's doing something.
Hey, James, thanks for joining us. They're talking about the Book Nook. I've heard good and bad about the Book Nook. We're going to have a live on the Book Nook. What's that?
A Book Nook thing.
Yeah, the Book Nook for VIPKid. It's their newest thing coming out, I think. Yeah. James said, just wanted to stop by and say hi. We're having our New Year's dinner now. I'll watch the rerun. Happy New Year. Oh, yeah, he's in Vietnam. Happy New Year, James. Make it a good one. Candy said, oh, she's going to pass too. Teachers not getting paid, platform problems. Eesh.
Yeah.
The background check is $80. Do you have to pay for that?
For what?
Oh. They're talking about Book Nook again, I think.
Oh, okay.
The chat bounces.
I was like, for Qkids, because I didn't know.
So reeling it back to Qkids.
Qkids.
She talked about the hiring process, and she has resources to help short videos. She's got a Facebook group where you can find her.
Yeah. So I mean, the hiring process is really easy. With demo one, you do two demos. Demo 1 is mostly about getting you familiar with the platform. You get your own coach at Qkids that works at Qkids that walks you through the demo.
Okay.
And they provide feedback. Now, they're your interviewer as well. Now, why would you need me? Well, the thing is that I can walk you through from the very beginning all the way through the trial stage and answer questions that faster than they would because they're simply in China. We know the deal. You get the time difference. If you need something right away, here I am. Plus, I give you the video resource. Now, Qkids also has a lot of videos on how to work their platform, but they're very long.
Yeah.
And you can't skip through them. So I was like, we need to make these shorter because I'm getting specific questions about specific things in the platform. So I'm going to just touch on each thing in the platform. So you can just go, oh, there it is, click, and watch how to do it in 30 seconds. Rather than sit and watch, a 15-minute to 45-minute video waiting for your answer. Mm-hmm. So that was something that I provide. I also provide an FAQ, which covers some of the IT questions that have popped up regarding their app. And it does have more to do with whether you have a Mac or a PC, and it's just clicking something
Yeah.
because of how the computers are. So I do walk you through the process and I help you through the process. And the demo one is more of a, you get used to the platform. They kind of act like a student. And what some of my referrals, and I don't know why, have done, they assumed because the people at Qkids are quite fluent that the student would know some English. No, they're going to pretend like they know no English, and they want to see you use the platform to help them understand what you want. That's the goal, along with your hands. Then demo 2, you're more like on your own, less support, because they're going to give you a lot of feedback in demo 1. Make sure you clarify, make sure you ask questions. They're cool with that. They also have a messaging system like a WeChat or like just a texting system within the app, so you can text your Qkids coach as well as any Qkids staff member if you have questions, and they'll get back to you. As for your, they will get back to you pretty quick. As for your, your hiring team, that's an email, and I provide that in my FAQ, but they do take a while to get back when you're going through the hiring teams. That's why you have a Qkids coach, and they stay with you your entire career with Qkids.
Wow.
So a little tip about them is I stayed friends with my Qkids coach, and I quit Qkids back when VIPKid started taking over.
Because you were booked for a while there.
I was booked a lot with VIPKid. So I stayed with her and then contacted her and said, I'd like to come back to Qkids. And she said, well, instead of putting you through the hiring process, let's just see what you know and see if you actually need to do it. And then she said, okay, you're back. I didn't have to go through the whole thing again. She was just like, okay. Nice. So stay in touch with
Candy's got another. Sorry, Candy's got another great question. She wants to know, is Qkids hard managing 4 kids at a time, or is it hard managing 4 kids at a time?
No, it's actually, I mean, you would think it would be, but what I do when they have the group sessions is I listen for, any kind, the basic corrections that you would need. I just listen for it. And then I just repeat the sentence as it should be said. Then all 4 will repeat it. You don't have to, go, Jimmy, you did that wrong. You don't call out a student and correct during the group. And then you have moments where it's one-on-one, where they are the only student and they get that one-on-one moment. And it's a game. Qkids is like a game. So
I was going to ask that. Their platform?
Huh?
Their platform is kind of like games?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, they're more, because it's very automated, and they have, like memory games, there's bingo and things like that. So they're learning the words, they're hearing the words, and then they have to speak the words. And the games are more like, click this and it goes around like a little board, and then it hits something that they have to say or answer or do, that kind of thing.
Cool. So I'm sure that helps with their focus and wanting to be sitting there playing a game too.
Well, what really helps is when you're a super goofy teacher like me, because there was one, I had little 5-year-olds in there with me, and the question was, what is he doing? What is she doing? She is jumping, she is writing, she is drawing. And I just, every time it would come out, I go, what is he doing? And they're like, ah! What is he doing? I would just change it once they got used to it. Then we just started being silly and having fun with it. So it is super easy. I mean, they're not big. They want you to correct. They want you to teach. But you're not going to get, near the pressure that you get with VIPKid. It's a more laid back. I'm not saying, sit back and don't do your best. I'm just saying the pressure's not there. Although I love VIPKid, I really do. But you're not going to see any feedback from the parents specifically. You'll see an overall feedback for your rating, and that will tell you whether or not you get your dollar. So it's kind of done that way. And the feedback for the kids takes 30 seconds.
That's what I was just going to ask you. Is it like, do you do feedback for each child?
Yeah, it's like while you're saying bye, you click the evaluation while you're talking to them and saying bye, and you go, yay, good job. And I just go, you're doing so good. Yay. And it's basically, you give them an A, B, C, hardworking, give them some stars, 5 stars out of, that kind of thing. And then at the bottom is usually the big long list of things that might have caused an issue during the class, such as, family interruptions, IT issues, they were late, as to why they didn't get as many diamonds. They give them diamonds instead of stars. So it kind of explains what happened during that class and why you're giving them the rating that you're giving them. But you don't have to type anything. You're just clicking.
So are they 30-minute classes or are they 25 and then you have time for feedback? Or
they are 30-minute classes and I do the feedback while I am talking to them. So
can you do back-to-back classes then?
You can, but there's 10 minutes in between each class.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So like when I was doing VIPKid and Qkids at the same time, it doesn't mesh real well with VIPKid if you want to do VIPKid on one day.
Yeah, I can see that.
And sometimes you'll miss like 2 possible slots with VIPKid because Qkids clock is a little off because of that 10-minute break. So in some sense, you can make more with VIPKid, but if you're not getting booked with VIPKid, you can make more with Qkids. And the other thing is that, everybody's like, well, how do you work for Qkids if you're going to have VIPKid as your main go-to? Well, Qkids will allow you to cancel 5 hours up to the class. Wow. So if a VIPKid doesn't book, you're like, okay, I'll just go ahead and teach Qkids. Or you can turn around and say, oh, somebody scheduled me, and just cancel.
Right. So do they only pay once a month? Candy wants to know.
Yeah.
It's monthly.
As far as I know,
on the monthly
that's the way I do it. I haven't seen an option otherwise, but I will look into it and clarify that. But that's just the way I personally like to be paid. But I can double check on that.
Yeah, great. And then, of course, Jason with a funny one. I asked a student what his family was doing tonight for New Year's Eve. He said, I will be at grandma's house because dad and mom will be drinking lots of beer with friends.
Yay!
I was telling Leah that I taught a class during their New Year's Eve party just now, and they were at their friend's house. And this is my little guy that, if you've ever seen my channel, there's a picture of me upside down. It says teaching upside down because this boy is so distracted and turning, and he is always in his tent watching Gravity Falls. I guess it's an American cartoon. I didn't even know what it was.
It is.
And now I am like becoming an expert in it.
Yay!
Apparently. Yeah. So he's busy enough, and they were having a party and he's in the room with them taking class. So that was fun. It was kind of funny though. But
so that, that's kind of my answer about the pay. Many teachers have said, you get paid less with VIPKid. With Qkids. The thing is that if you're not getting booked with another company, then Qkids is that good. I'm going with Qkids mainly because it is so easy. I don't need the money from online teaching with a company right now because I'm branching out my business in a different way. So I went to Qkids because I can just get up, go teach, go walk away from it. It's just, you don't have to go, okay, what props do I need? Like I've said 1,000 times, I love VIPKid, love it. But as for I just don't want to do a bunch of prep anymore and feedback and all that. And
less stress and pressure is probably good for a lot of people.
As long as I'm 5 hours before the class, if I don't want to work, I just and they'll send you requests to work all the time. So, and if you decline it, it doesn't affect you at all. They're just like, okay, cool, and then just move on to the next teacher on the list. So, they just don't penalize you for not wanting to work, because I didn't work for 2 months straight with them. And they were like, that's cool. So, and then when I said, okay, I'm ready to work, here you go, here's your slots. They're very friendly and easy to work with.
That's good.
They do have other opportunities. They have their referral program, which, with the referral program, it's like VIPKid's $100 per referral. And the thing is with them, you get paid your referral money faster than you would with VIPKid because you have to wait for them to teach their first class. And so because Qkids schedules them, ta-da.
Oh,
Yeah.
Nice. I have two that have gone through, but it's been like 6 months and
Yeah.
they
See,
just gave up
you
on
have
it.
to
I was
wait
like, oh,
forever with VIPKid because they're waiting forever to be booked. And that, I mean, yes, that's annoying and with VIPKid, but once you start getting rolling with VIPKid, you can
yeah.
get a ton of bookings, and that's what I loved about VIPKid is you can make a ton of money. I made $3,000 to $3,500 per month with VIPKid. And
Right.
I mean, even during the slow periods, that wasn't just
Right. I
during,
remember.
that was all the time. And I was constantly booked. I just do priority bookings now because, like I said, that will burn you out. And I don't want to wake up going, I hate this. So
Right.
I just backed
Yeah.
off this. I found other ways to do it. For example, Qkids has offered not just me, but they sent out a little advertisement that said, hey, you want to be part of our marketing project? And I was like, yes, I do, because that's my thing. And
Right.
they sent me like a 14-second script for a video that they want to do on YouTube. I don't even have to really produce it. I just have to record me doing the script, and they paid me $50.
Nice.
Like,
Anybody
I
want
like
to send me
program.
some scripts? The hardest part is scripting what you're gonna say.
I know. So they set you up. You just have to do it raw. You don't have to edit it. There you go.
Wow. So are there a minimum number of classes to teach or hours or anything?
There used to be, but there's not really. They kind of took that away because it used to say we want you to be available for 6 hours a week. That's 12 classes a week. But at the same time, you didn't have to teach that every week.
Yeah.
So they just went, you know what, that's too confusing. We're just going to just say whatever, and do what you want. You will get your coach contacting you. Are you going to work? Because I think they make it paid based on what you do. I know mine got real excited when she found out they were going to let me do the marketing project. So she may be getting something for that. I don't know. They seem to get very excited when you're the teacher that's really good and they don't have to contact you very much.
Right? I wonder why.
Good job, Easy. I love you so much.
Yeah. So what else would you like to tell us about Qkids? As some of you may know, I have an appointment today. So we came on early for this live and I'm trying to look at the clock and
the only other thing about Qkids is the final stage. I said that you apply, you do a little video because they want to hear your voice and they want to see you use your hands.
Yeah.
And then you do demo 1 and demo 2. Demo 1, there's a little bit more hand-holding where they kind of show you how to do the platform, make sure you learn all the bits and pieces, but you still have to teach like you're teaching to someone who doesn't know English. Demo 2 is the same thing, but less of support. So there's a scaffold. And then there's the trial period where they throw you in with the wolves and you have to teach the children. They pay you for the trial period. Whether you're hired or not, you get that money for that trial period. Cool. And that trial period can last you, I think it's 5 classes that you will teach, up to 5 classes. It depends on how quickly you progress. And what it is they just want you to get into the flow of using the platform and everything before they put you into the whole program.
Yeah, it's kind of like paid training.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. They're paid training. So once you get to the trial stage, they're like, okay, well, this is a potential, so we'll go ahead and start paying her now. Or him, or whatever. So yeah, I mean, they're just super they're just super easy to work with. And working with these companies, I mean, I have 3 on my belt. Outschool works well with everything because you can work whenever you want to. And they are the one that you can get the most money with. And they're a great bridge for freelance teaching. Because they market you. But the thing is they take that 30% and you don't know how much of your 30% is going specifically to your marketing. And there's also been, apparently Outschool is also seasonal, which tells you that online teaching in general is going to be seasonal. But I'm the type of person that likes control over everything. I don't like the fact that VIPKid, Qkids, Go Kid, any of them sit there and say, you're an independent contractor and we're going to do this contract, but you have no say in the contract. At all. The only say you have is when you want to work, really. So I'm that kind of person that's like, yeah, I'd much rather have more control over that. And I'd rather be able to talk to my clients and find out what they really want and what they really need, and be able to build something that's more supportive for them. But at the same time, that takes time. So you need these companies to make some money.
Right. And they're good to learn. So
yeah. And they help you hone your skills too. And then you become more authoritative in your as an online teacher.
Great. Lisa said, thank you for sharing. Happy New Year. I have to go have breakfast. I'm jealous because I'm I'm supposed to be fasting. If you know me, I haven't even finished a cup of coffee. I just made a small one just so I could sip a little bit so I wouldn't be grumpy.
Did they say you could have coffee?
No, I only took a couple sips.
No. Well,
nobody wants to be around me without my coffee. It's my only.
I'm assuming it's not a problem given what you told me what it's for, and I've had every blood test.
Yeah. I like baselines every year for cholesterol and things like that. I've had problems with cholesterol and things, so I just thought it was important to get a baseline since I've been working hard these last few months. Well, I had a baseline when I started, but now
but now you want to know where you're at.
So.
Yeah.
Where I'm at and where I need to go for this year,
I don't think that I mean I was told to fast and everything, but I don't drink coffee, so I know.
I do have water. I've been drinking my water.
Weird.
Oh, you can't see the green bottle with the green screen.
Where is it? It's not there. There it is.
That's funny. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for hanging out with Leah and I today. Happy New Year to everybody, and let us know how you're doing. If you have questions, you can put them underneath this chat, and I'll send them to Leah. Or go check out her Facebook group or teacherleah.com.
Yes, teacherleah.com. I need to put that Facebook group on my website.
It's in the description box.
Yeah, it's in the description box. It's brand new, but I do check it all the time and try to give tips for Qkids and things like that. Casey's part of it. I don't know why, but she does.
I'm there for support.
I'm a supportive person who's scared of lizards. But
I ask questions and I learn. So, thanks. tamara said Happy New Year. Jason said Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
All right, everybody. Yay. Thank you. Bye. I'll talk to you soon, Leah. Bye.
Right, bye.